Hi, I'm Rich Ribeiro. The Terrell Fund is committed to educating the public about the need to support New Jersey's infants and toddlers right from the start. That's why we're proud to support the important early childhood programming produced by the Caucus Educational Corporation.
This special edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato is brought to you from the Tisch WNET studios at Lincoln Center. Funding has been provided by Wells Fargo, the Terrell Fund, supporting Right from the Start NJ, the Nicholson Foundation, supporting Right from the Start NJ, NJM Insurance Group, Fedway Associates, Adler Aphasia Center, helping stroke and brain injury survivors recover their speech, and by the Northward Center. Promotional support provided by The Record, North Jersey's trusted source, and northjersey.com. And by Jaffe Communications, where business, media, and government converge in New Jersey.
This is One-on-One. I'm an equal American just like you are.
The jobs of tomorrow are not the jobs of yesterday.
Look at this. You got this?
There it is, man. Look at that.
Life without dance is boring.
I don't care how good you are or how good you think you are, there is always something to learn.
Do you enjoy talking politics?
No.
People call me because they feel nobody's paying attention.
Our culture, I don't think, has ever been tested the way it's being tested right now.
Such a good question. High five.
Hi, I'm Steve Adubato. More importantly, check out this guest. You just saw him on video. Buster Skrine, number 41, cornerback for the great New York Jets, who are going to be even better next year, founder of SkrineWay. By the way, what were we just watching?
That's SkrineWay. It's my foundation/company. But what we do is give people experiences that donate towards the charity so that it helps single women and children in need.
What's the whole fitness thing?
The fitness thing. So me as a football player, I always said, if I want to get involved in something, it should be fitness because I have to work out anyway. So to keep me going throughout the year, I have this fitness company. I have a passion for fitness too, eating right and all that good stuff. So that's how.
You also have passion for fashion.
I do.
Make the connection. Fashion, fitness.
Fashion, fitness, it all ties in together. I feel like if you care about your fashion, it kind of attracts people in a way. And when you think about fashion, it's not it's cool or what you see every day. It's who you are. So like when I put clothes on every day, things like that, it's I like when I put clothes on, like I literally just wake up that morning and I put it on because it's like a creative mindset, I should say.
And by the way, that was part of the SkrineWay fitness line, right?
That was part of it.
Let me ask you something. I'm a middle-aged guy. Obviously, we're different generations, if you will. Could I pull that off?
You could.
Come on, I could not pull. Don't lie. Do not lie to me.
Yeah, you could pull that off for sure. I mean, you're a good-looking man. You could pull that off.
But okay. But for you, fashion is art. I mean, it's clear to me as I was reading about you, I was looking at some of the videos of you. You really have an eye for fashion. I'm wondering, when did you pick that up? Because you're a ball player. I'm thinking, when did that come in, or was it always there?
I feel like it was always there. I feel like the people I surround myself around are really creative. So just the creativity alone, just by the people I'm around, like it helps me out. So one of my best friends, Blue Cooper, he's an artist. I mean, just seeing the things he makes, his creative mindset where he comes up with these concepts is pretty dope. So even with clothes and things like that, I'm the same way. Like, I see something, I like it. I don't care how much it costs. It could be $1, it could be $100. But if it looks good, it looks good.
So SkrineWay also gives back. Talk about what it is, what you give back, and why it's so important.
Me being a football player, a 5th-round pick out of Tennessee, Chattanooga, I always said I wanted to get a big contract. And when I came to the Jets, they blessed me with a big contract. So once I did get the big contract, it was like, all right, I got this big contract, but I feel like, I need a purpose. So when I say purpose, it's okay to, take care of my family. I thank God for letting me get the contract to take care of my family, but I feel like he gave me that contract to help others. So just being able to give back, help others, give people an experience that are willing to donate, it makes me feel like I have a purpose.
Where'd that come from for you?
Where did the understanding that you have a responsibility to give back? I mean, they showed you money. They showed you real money. And you were immediately thinking, how do I give it back? Family thing? Yeah, just growing up, not being able to, participate in all the things I wanted to as a child. You should give people the opportunity to at least see. Because a lot of people, like, if you're born with money, like, it's a blessing. But a lot of people who are born, without certain things, they never get the opportunity to see certain things, to, give them that push. So if you can come in and be that little shine of light to give people, that 3-minute speech or 5-minute speech, you never know whose life you would change.
But essentially, you're down in Atlanta doing it, right? You come to this area, my hometown, Brick City, Newark. You're helping there.
Right.
Hoboken and other places in New York as well, Brooklyn.
Yep.
What are those kids? What kind of reaction do you get from those kids? They know who you are.
Yeah,
they know you're a star in the NFL and you're given to them. What do you get from them?
I mean, you see all the kids, they get wide-eyed, they want to talk to you. Just to be able to go back and speak to them and letting them know that you are a real person. Yeah, you're an NFL superstar with a tag you ass, but before you became that NFL player or the guy who's over SkrineWay, like, you were once a kid and you had a dream.
Was this your dream?
Yeah, this is my dream.
Little kid growing up where?
Atlanta, Georgia.
And so as a kid in Atlanta, did you say to yourself, I want to be in the NFL?
I did, but at first I said, I just want to, get a college scholarship.
That was first?
That was first.
Did you ever say to yourself, because you're not the biggest guy,
right,
but you're one of the toughest guys, and you hit hard.
Yep.
Did you say to yourself, my size is not only not an issue, I'm going to prove whatever? Because you got picked pretty high, though, in the draft.
I was 5th round pick.
5th round. That's not bad.
It's not bad.
Did you expect something different?
Well, coming from Tennessee, Chattanooga, was just a smaller school. They said I wasn't going to get drafted.
Was not?
Was not going to get drafted. They had me as a free agent grade, and I came out the lockout year. If you're a free agent that year, you pretty much weren't going to make the team because there wasn't enough time to show that you could be proved playable.
And so it's interesting, the Jets describe playing, because you practice over in Jersey, right? How much pressure being in this New York market for you?
I like it. I mean, the thing about New York, you have the opportunity to become whoever you want to be. Like, you have the opportunity to say, hey, I'm Buster Skrine, cornerback for New York Jets, and I'm also this. Whereas if you play for another team in a small town, you don't have the same exposure. So some people, you can either let the city eat you up and bring you down, or you can capitalize off of it. So me as a person, I always believed in myself. I always, I know what's right, what's wrong, what's real, what's not. So if you just, at the end of the day, just be who you are, stick with what you believe in, regardless of all the noise outside of what's going on with what you have going on, you'll be fine.
And your fitness classes, who is in them? Who attends?
Everybody, people of all ages. Anybody can do the class.
All shapes?
All shapes, all ages. For single moms, it's free.
Is that right?
It's right.
Because?
Because it should be. I mean, a lot of people have a lot of stress. And I feel like when people work out, you have like this sense of confidence after you feel good about yourself. So, I mean, we do charge for the classes, but we do have like a section for kids and for single mothers to where they can shoot an email and be like, hey, this is my situation. And we'll know when they come so they're comfortable. Awesome. They're already on the list, boom.
What are your lifestyle parties?
The lifestyle. So we call them lifestyle experiences.
Describe it.
So these experiences usually start around 7:30, end at 11, so people can, get up and go to work the next day.
That's right.
But when you come, it's always a different theme. So one we did was on a yacht. It was a Halloween party, so everybody came in their Halloween stuff. We had a violinist play. We had ballerinas come. We had different monsters and magicians. So every hour of the night, there's a different, performance.
Are people contributing and donating throughout the night to a worthy cause?
Yes. So people can come and they can donate, but we never push the envelope. We're just grateful that they even pay for a ticket to come.
I know a lot of players in the NFL give back Some have been recognized big time. People like J.J. Watt, others. I hope that other NFL players understand the impact that you are having, and if they, for whatever reason, haven't figured out the importance of it, I bet you're influencing a lot of players.
Yeah, I mean, on our team, a lot of guys do be like, man, how do you have time to do that?
You have time. You make it, don't you?
You have to make time for it. I mean, you can go home after practice or during the off season, play video games or, go out and party, but you have to ask yourself at the end of the day, like, am I really bettering myself or bettering the people around me doing that? So I feel like when I wake up every morning, I enjoy, giving back, helping, and creating certain things.
As a New York Jet fan, I like the Giants too, but I'm a Jet fan. I will have an even greater appreciation for number 41 when I watch you playing. As a cornerback for the New York Jets, Buster Skrine is also the founder of SkrineWay. I want to thank you so much for joining us here
at
our WNET studio. Thanks. Stay right there, partner. Yep. We'll be right back right after this.
To watch more one-on-one with Steve Adubato, find us online and follow us on social media.
Steve Adubato here at Rowan University. It's my honor to welcome Dr. Hamid Hosseinzadeh, who is joining us to talk about a whole range of important issues. You're an associate professor at Rowan University and an orthopedic surgeon. Dr. Hamid, which is what I can call you for this interview, right?
Yes.
Doctor, the whole question of orthopedic surgery and its connection, because we are here in this virtual reality center at Rowan University, what is the connection between the work you do and what we're about to see in terms of virtual reality?
Actually, virtual reality is a new technology that can be used in any aspects of medicine. Orthopedic surgery, I think, is one of the best fields for virtual reality. We are using the virtual reality technology with HoloLens for educating surgical techniques.
Go back again. It's called the HoloLens.
HoloLens.
HoloLens, okay. Could we do this, George? Let's take a look at what we're talking about here. Could you show us that first, doctor? Again, this is what you would be wearing, okay? You would be wearing it like this. I have it right, Andrew, our great cameraman right here. So you're wearing it like this. So students are able to see what you see when you're teaching?
Yes, they can be seen.
And what about right here, what we're seeing behind us? Is this knee surgery?
This is a knee surgery, knee replacement surgery, the preoperative part that we are preparing the knee for beginning the surgery. This video comes from this GoPro.
This is the GoPro, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Let's do that. Take a look at this. Got this? Talk about this. What does this GoPro, and by the way, where is this GoPro on you?
We wear this GoPro and fix it on our forehead and capture the surgery from the surgeon's view. This is the only way that we can capture the surgeries with the surgeon's view, which is the best view for education. And you see in the film, this is exactly what the surgeon is seeing.
Why is that valuable from a teaching point of view?
Yes. The current methods of capturing the surgeries are using the cameras in cyanolytic lamps.
You mean overhead?
Yes, and they capture the surgery from above, not from where the surgeon is watching. The person who is doing a job is seeing the best view, and the surgeon, while doing the surgery, has the best view of the surgery. And any tips and tricks he uses during the surgery is from his view, not from the cyanolytic lamp view. But when we use GoPro from over the forehead, we see exactly what the surgeon is seeing, and the resident can replicate it exactly what has been done.
Make this clear for us. This is the HoloLens.
Yes.
Now explain this, and I want to be very candid about this. What you saw, what you see, what the doctor sees, and those who use this HoloLens see, and Jen, our executive producer, is here. Our team made a decision that what you see is so real, so raw, and let's just say there's a bit of blood there.
Yeah.
We opted not to do that. But that's also valuable, forget about broadcasting, from a teaching point of view.
Yes.
How so? Describe it.
When we have the surgery films from the surgeon's view, we can watch those films with virtual reality technology in HoloLens, and with the application that this virtual reality team prepared for it, it can be played step by step. So the resident who want to learn the surgery can watch the film.
Can you stop it at a certain point and talk about it?
And for playing or stopping, there is no need to touch it. You can do it by verbal command and ask the HoloLens to stop, repeat, or begin. So the resident can watch step of the surgery and then do the same thing on the patient at the same time. So you see, we are using the method of education of doing one thing at the same time you are watching. This is what happens usually in art education, not in medical education.
But this is what is called, quote, applied research.
Yeah.
Hands-on, right there.
Yes.
How has it changed what you do as an orthopedic surgeon? All this technology, how has it changed who you are and what you do? I mean, you didn't anticipate this. 15, 20 years ago, you got into this, you didn't anticipate this technology.
Even 7 years ago, when I had problem with silencing lamp video capturing, I didn't have any substitute for it until the GoPro technology came. So the technology made it possible for us, and we didn't anticipate it at all. How
much do you get out of this when you do this, when you teach, when you perform surgery using this technology? What does it do for you professionally and personally?
When I do this, actually it is, since it is the best way of teaching a surgery to a resident, the professor not only feels he's educating, he can assess the capabilities of the residents at the same time.
So you can find out about them.
Yes, because now while doing the surgery, the HoloLens can capture the surgery that is being done by the resident, and it can be checked by the professor, and it is a way of assessment and evaluation of the resident.
You know, the last thing I want to ask you is this. You have to help me on this. As I'm reading, get ready for the interview, I see, what is ethnic specific knee design?
Yes.
What does that mean? Isn't everyone's knee the same?
If you have normal knee and you are looking at your knee as functionality of the knee, they are all the same.
What does ethnicity have to do with the structure of the knee?
But if you look at your knee anatomically, different ethnicities have different anatomies. But the overall function is the same.
Will you treat someone differently based on the ethnicity?
Yes. When we want to do the surgery, when we want to perform an osteotomy, do a knee replacement.
Or the first thing again is that?
Osteotomy, breaking the bone and changing the alignment of the whole limb is called osteotomy. Or doing knee replacement, or doing ligament reconstruction. We have to pay attention to the difference in anatomy, especially in knee replacement, because anatomy is completely different in different ethnicities.
When did we know this? Sorry for interrupting, Doctor. How long have we known that ethnicity has something to do with the anatomy of the knee?
Actually, we know it for more than 10 years, but there have not been a good research for it. Some people have done a research in one small group of people and published it, but we tried to gather the data from all around the world and analyzed it. We gathered the data from 32 centers from all continents and almost all ethnicities, and analyzed it and found out that there are many differences in knee anatomy between different ethnicities.
And final question, the information you have, the research you do, it helps different patients based on the protocol, the decisions you make on behalf of what they need?
The result of our research is translated into different designs of knee prosthesis. So currently we have different designs, but all of them are based on the anatomical analysis of a certain group of people. They are all the same, almost the same.
And not all knees are the same.
But our needs are not the same. So we are translating our data into different knee designs which can be used for people. And this ethnic knee project is the true application of HoloLens educational program.
Doctor, we thank you for enlightening us on these very important developments which affect all of us who are treated by the medical community. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you so much.
To see more one-on-one with Steve Adubato programs, visit us online at steveadubato.org. If you would like to express an opinion, email us at info@caucusnj.org. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Steve Adubato PhD and follow us on Twitter at Steve Adubato.
It is an honor to speak to these two very special people right here. Ezequiel Garcia and his wife, R.S, father and the mother of a young man, Ronaldo Garcia, who gave the gift of life to so many others. He didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that. Can you talk a little bit about it, Iris?
When my son passed, my son called me to go to the hospital, and he told me that New Jersey Sharing, not New Jersey Sharing, the counselors at Claramas, they wanted to speak with me about organ and tissue donation. And they told me, Mommy, remember that Ray was always telling that he believed in organ donation. So it was easy for me in that matter because I didn't have to decide by myself. My son decided before going.
So, Mr. Garcia, in many ways, your son, by the way, talk about your son. What kind of person was he?
Well, he was a loving person. He was very active. He was involved in sports. He was involved in...
Was he a phys ed teacher?
Yes, he was. We are teachers also, so he wanted to be a teacher like his dad and his mother, and he did. And by the time when he's passing, he was working at Science Park High School in Newark. But he was also involved in sports. He was a baseball player. He participated in the Roberto Clemente Little League in Newark. And when
it's a great Little League in Branchbrook Park.
Yeah, yes. And he working. I was his coach when he was in T-ball.
You're a baseball family.
Yes, we are, because our three boys were also involved in baseball also. And when he passed, he was an instructor that we didn't know. He was teaching young people how to be good players. He loved play. He was very active, and he was involved in everything.
So he makes that decision. You're there with him, with your family. What message would you want to send to everyone watching right now? I mean, we're at the 30th, this is the 30th anniversary of the New Jersey Sharing Network. This is their annual gala at the Liberty Science Center in beautiful downtown, not downtown, but in Jersey City. What would you say to everyone watching right now who respect you, so much respect for your son, Ronaldo, but say, well, I couldn't do that? You say?
I never said I couldn't do that because he wanted to do it. And I will tell the people to not think about it, just give that gift of life to anyone that needs it.
Why?
Because there's a lot of, how do I say, a need.
4,000 people waiting right now just in New Jersey. Many more, hundreds of thousands in the country.
Exactly, and we can save some of those lives.
Your final message, Mr. Garcia?
Well, Ray was always trying to help everybody, and when we had the opportunity to offer him as a donor, it was the best decision that we have made, and we are aware that there's much need of organ and tissue donation, so we ask everybody to sign up. You never know what can be, who can benefit of the gift, and that's the best decision that we have done.
And finally, you're on the board, I believe, of the Sharing Network. What would you say to your colleagues at the Sharing Network?
Yes, I am. I began to volunteer in 2012, and last year they invited me to be part of the board. I'm very proud to be part of it, and I will be asking everybody. I will be talking about organ donation as long as I can.
Mr. and Mrs. Garcia, you honor us. You and your family have given the gift of life through your son Ronaldo, and we all thank you.
Thank you.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence. This special edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato is brought to you from the Tisch WNET studios at Lincoln Center. Funding has been provided by Wells Fargo, the Turl Fund, supporting Right from the Start NJ, the Nicholson Foundation, supporting Right from the Start NJ, NJM Insurance Group, Fedway Associates, Adler Aphasia Center, and by the Northward Center. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area.
Hi, I'm Governor Tom Kean. A dear friend of mine had aphasia, which is a language disorder that occurs from a brain injury or a stroke. It robs a person's ability to communicate, but it doesn't affect their intellect. Programs and services offered at the Adler Aphasia Center help to improve my friend's communication skills, as well as her self-confidence and quality of life. Most importantly, she was among people who understood her. If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with aphasia, there is hope.